Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine. As we are done with the first chapter of geography that mainly discussed about the environment, today we shall start with the second chapter of geography, which is inside our Earth. And in this chapter, we'll understand about the things about the structure of the Earth. And by the end of the chapter, what will be the learning outcomes? Describe the structure of the earth, then also will be able to define the continental crust and the oceanic crust, and also you will be able to differentiate between the three layers of the earth surface. So first of all, the introduction of the topic. We need to understand the topic as we are discussing about the inside the earth surface. It's quite interesting. As we know, outside this earth surface, as you can see, I have given the example also. Outside the surface of the earth, you can see plants, mountains, rivers, you have houses, buildings, roads, hospitals, etc. But have you ever thought about the things which is inside the earth surface? Now here it is the biggest question. Have you ever wondered what lies in the interior of the earth? Now this chapter, this video lesson will answer this question. Interior of the earth. Earth is made up of several concentric layers. Concentric layers means what? The layer above the another layer. The scientific study of the structure of earth is called geology, and the scientists who are involved in this study are called geologists. So as we know that geo means what? As we are studying about geography. So geography means there is a term GEO. Geo means earth. So geology is the study of the earth's surface, the structure of the earth's surface, and the people, the scientists who are involved in this study is known as geologists. Now with the help of this figure, I have put this figure just to make you understand about the different layers, about the structure of the earth's surface. So the earth is something like this. As you can see here, the half part of the onion, you can see different layers, different concentric layers. So inside the earth's surface, the layers of the earth's surface are something like this. So let us understand it in a better way. First of all, we will understand this topic with the help of diagram, with the help of picture. In this picture, as you can see, there are three layers of the earth's surface. First one is crust, second is mantle, and third is core. The uppermost layer of the earth's surface is known as crust. After that, there is a thick layer. It is known as mantle. And after that, I mean the innermost, it is the thickest layer, which is the core. Then just relate it as I have given you the example. Relate it with the help of a boiled egg. Here, this diagram, the structure of the earth, the layers of the earth with the help of the boiled egg. In the boiled egg also, we have three layers. The first one, the shell of the egg, and the second one, the white part. And the third one, which is yolk, it is the third innermost. So with the help of the egg, you can see the thinnest layer, which is the egg shell. It can be considered as the crust part of the earth's surface. Then we have the thick layer, which is white part of the egg. You can consider it as the mantle, which is one of the layer of the earth's surface. Then we have the thickest part, which is yolk, and which can be compared with the core of the earth's surface. So with the help of this example, it's quite easy for you people to understand the different layer of the earth's surface. Now moving towards the first layer, it is crust. The uppermost layer, as I told you, crust, it is the uppermost layer over the earth's surface, and it is the thinnest of all layers. That I told you by giving the example of boiled egg also, that the egg shell, it can be considered as the for example, it can be considered as the crust part of the earth's surface. Then, did you know the crust forms only 0.5% of the volume of the earth? 16% consists of the mantle and 83% makes the core. It means that only 0.5% of the volume of the earth is taken by crust. Rest 16% is of mantle, and the rest 83% makes the core. Continental crust and oceanic crust. Crust is about 35 km on the continental masses and only 5 km on the ocean floors. Now, as we are talking about the surface of the earth, so first of all, here we are talking about the crust part, the uppermost layer, which is the thinnest one, which is also known as lithosphere, and it is made up of rocks and minerals that you must have studied in the previous chapter. So lithosphere, if we will consider, there are two parts, the continental part and the oceanic part. All right. So the oceanic crust, it mainly consists of silica and magnesium. It is therefore called as SiMa. Si means silica and Ma means magnesium. All right. The oceanic crust of the Earth's surface is made up of the substance like silica and magnesium. In short, it is known as SiMa. Si represents silica and Ma represents magnesium. The main mineral consists of the continental mass are silica and aluminium. It is thus called as Sial and Sial. Si, which represents silica, and Al, which represents alumina. So as we know that there are two parts of the crust, continental crust and the oceanic crust. Oceanic crust, it is made up of silica and magnesium, and in short it is known as SiMa, whereas the continental masses, here you see the continental masses, it is made up of silica and alumina. Alumina means aluminium, all right, and which is known as Sial. In short, it is known as Sial. Si represents silica and Al represents alumina. Okay, mantle. So just beneath the crust, it is mantle, which extends up to a deep of 2900 km below the crust. Just after crust, which layer is there? It is mantle. It is the second layer of the Earth's surface, and it lies beneath the crust and extends up to the core of the Earth. The average thickness that it is written here, it extends up to a deep of 2900 km, and it is made up of dense rock. The mantle is divided into two parts, the upper mantle and the lower mantle. It is known as the upper mantle, and this one is known as the lower mantle. The upper mantle consists of the silica, iron and magnesium. Now mantle is in the molten state. Mantle is in the molten state, which is magma, the hot magma. Okay. Core, the last one, the third layer, which is the innermost layer. It is known as the core. The innermost layer of the Earth's surface is known as core, with a radius of 3500 km. As I told you, it is the thickest layer of the Earth's surface. It is mainly made up of nickel and iron and is called Ni. Ni means, in short, Ni it nickel, and Fe it means ferrous, which is also known as iron. It is the chemical name. The central core has very high temperature and pressure. So inside the Earth's surface, it is too hot that you cannot go deep inside the Earth's surface. Core of the Earth's surface is the central core has very high temperature and pressure. So what we have studied today? We studied about the three layers of the Earth's surface, which are the crust, mantle, and core. Core, it is the thinnest of all layers, and it extends up to 35 km on the continental masses and 5 km on the ocean floors. Continental mass mainly consists of silica and aluminium. It is called as Sial. And oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium, which is known as Sima. Mantle, it is just below the crust, which extends up to 2900 km. Core, the radius is about 3500 km. Mainly it is made up of nickel and iron, which is also called as Ni. In short, Ni represents nickel and Fe represents ferrous or iron. The central core, it has very high temperature and pressure. Now, interesting facts. The deepest mine in the world is in South Africa. It is about 4 km. Just see, 4 km, it is in South Africa and it is the deepest one. In search for oil, the engineers have to dug a hole about 6 km deep. It means more than this. To reach to the center of the earth, which is not possible, you will have to dig a hole of 6,000 km deep on the ocean floor. So this much we have done today, and in the next class we shall continue with the chapter. We shall study about the rocks and the minerals. These are some of the questions for you all.